Night at school, the three friends sneak back in to retrieve forgotten items and end up chasing urban legends. Shinpachi needs his father's new CD, Kagura left snacks in the art room, Gintoki forgot his copy of Weekly Jump. Simple reasons, but the dark school turns everything creepier. They joke about late-night school vibes, like a final boss could appear. They tease each other, argue about motives, then split up to grab their things. Small scares and awkward misunderstandings follow, tripping over posters, hiding in classrooms, and silly excuses about checking materials that all sound suspicious at night. The real plot hook is the school, 7 mysteries. One of them is the rumor that late at night the staff room emits sobbing, the ghost of a teacher driven to suicide by workplace bullying. The trio mock the story as nonsense, demanding proof, then immediately freak when they hear noises coming from the staff room. They find Hattori Sensei in the staff room, but it's not a ghost, it's humiliation and human error. Hattori is embarrassed, dealing with a painful personal problem that he keeps secret. The scary sobbing turns out to be him, not a spirit. The gag undercuts the spookiness and turns fear into awkward comedy. Still convinced there are more mysteries to solve, the friends move on. They test other urban legend tropes, unexplained knocking or rapping sounds in empty classrooms, poltergeist theories, and the usual students are pranking each other angle. The group splits up. Gintoki pulls the brave but irresponsible role, Kagura follows eagerly, and Shinpachi gets dragged into every scheme despite protests. A tense moment arrives when a troubled student appears on the roof, threatening to jump. The scene shifts from comedy to sudden seriousness. Gintoki and the others try awkward, blunt interventions, including the kind of emotional blackmail that only works in anime, but the real turning point is Gintoki's simple, human tactic: get the kids' attention with something ordinary and comforting. He offers manga Weekly Jump and starts talking about simple pleasures, stories, movies, and all the small, interesting things life can still bring. Gintoki argues quietly but earnestly that if the kid can still find things funny or entertaining, there's hope. He says if those things stop being interesting, then come to the classroom, there are plenty of fools there to help. It's a plain, oddly sincere plea: don't give up before you've had a chance to keep finding small joys. The student hesitates. The absurdity of the situation, a rescue conversation that pivots on whether a manga issue is worth living for, becomes touching. The kid's decision to step back from the ledge comes because someone cared enough to offer connection, not because of grand speeches. Jintoki's stubborn, goofy humanity saves the day. Back inside, the trio finish their missions. The jump is reclaimed, the snacks are recovered, and the night's false terrors are revealed as human problems, pranks, and plain weirdness. The friends double down on their challenge to investigate the remaining 5 mysteries. They wager beer and manga money on whether any of the rest are real. The episode closes on a half-jokey, half-ominous note. Something odd remains unresolved: a missing student file and a hint that not everything was explained. The comedy stays intact, but now there's a tease of a darker thread underneath the laughs. The 7 mysteries feel less like playground nonsense and more like a loose series of clues, some silly, some human, and maybe one or two genuinely strange.